So, welcome everyone. It's Taisa here. It's my catchphrase. But right now I'm just checking to make sure I am streaming right now. Probably should go. Okay. Alright. Okay. I'll just click on it. Hmm. Wait. Okay. Get some music on. So, this was Grands. I was playing against Grands against Slam at Press Start to Play a few couple of days ago. We played in winners finals. He picked Mario for the set, and then I think game three he ended up picking Cloud. But so I guess can give a rundown of our two basic playstyles, the matchup in general, what you're thinking. Fox vs Cloud. This matchup isn't discussed too often. Most of the time, people don't really, I don't think, say there's one that goes more like which one's his favorite more. But if you were gonna pick a favorite to win the matchup, it would probably most likely be Cloud because of the damage and output and Fox being really light. There are a couple of really good Foxes in this matchup. There's Light, there's Layler. More so Light because he just has so many mix-ups and options, and that threatens people. So the only player that I think that's beaten Light early in this matchup is Tweak, because he really knows how to play the pace of the match. But anyway, not going to go too deep into that aspect. So Slam is, I want to say he's more of an aggressive player that leans towards his playstyle. Although over the course of the year of 2017, he's transcended more into being like a player that focuses a lot more on tech combos. He's gotten really good at his combo game, or better. He starts struggling a lot if he can't get the combos he has labbed out, which it makes it really difficult. Because I think that would be like his next level of improvement would be how I can do that. And as for me, I kind of play a lot based on feeling, even though I kind of think here and there. I do a lot of like play-by-play, short-term type thinking. I only can go like one step ahead. It's really hard to do like two or three steps. Um, Most of my play goes through planning, but in terms of actual like before I play the game, it goes through planning. But while I'm playing, it's more short-term conditioning and all that stuff. So my idea when I'm playing Cloud is I'm trying to get tempo and Slam when he's trying to play against Cloud. He's trying to really apply pressure, get those edge guards, get those juggling strings. So that's probably what you'll be seeing. I don't remember what we banned. I remember banning Battlefield. Um, and I think Yeah, I remember banning Battlefield because even though Cloud's really good at that stage, um, I really just want to control the pace of the match. My goal isn't just to get limit the entire time. I think we just end up going to FD though, so that's just a brief overview. Go through this play by play. How do I capture windows like you have it? Um, to answer your question, hopefully you can hear me. Um, I have AverMedia Game Reportable, so I don't need to use OBS or anything. I can just stream it just with the microphone and the Windows. It's really easy to use. There's other game capture cards that are like higher quality, but this one's just like really easy and simple. I hope that answers your question, CG. Okay, so generally in the beginning of the game, if you're gonna start charging limit, what you want to do is go all the way to the ledge. If you go all the way to the ledge and charge limit, I think Fox cannot just instantly shoot you. Because he has to walk forward a little bit. So I do that. I only take 1%, but limit is huge in this because there's pros and cons to it. If you play the game of I'm gonna try to get my limit early in the game, you'll gain movement speed. Um, and that'll really help with contestants Fox's movement speed and make you to apply a lot of your pressure with positioning. The faster you are at moving, the faster you can position, the more difficult it is for Fox to hit you, and the easier it is for you to hit Fox. Um, Although if you don't want to decide to use limit, there's things that you can do. For example, cross slash is a lot easier to get without limit because obviously you don't just want to straight up burn it while you have limit. Limit blade beam can set up edge guards really well. Well, not excuse me, not limit blade beam, but regular blade beam can set up edge guards really well. Um, and then you also have the fact that because you're charging limit, you really can throw off their neutral. So in the end of the day, like there's pros and cons to having neutral. Without limit, there's a lot of neutral mind games that you can play, but with limit, you're basically just going to be harder, like better technically to be able to fight. So I'm doing that by charging limit. Um, I know that he's going to come at me and probably try to either get a dash attack or. Granted, my idea here is he's probably going to try to get a dash attack or just run up grab. So you go for dare to cover your cover from below and also get space. And if you auto cancel it, then you can gain stage control. So let me go back see what he did. So he did a jump fadeaway. I'm not sure. Maybe he was trying to double jump like do dare, but either way, like he still got caught out. So that was pretty interesting. All right, so he tried to hit me with back air. That would only really work if someone just decides to spam jump a lot with Cloud. So it's not a bad mix-up, but he did get super hard countered. I mean, because the first time he went to dash towards me, so I'm expecting them to dash towards me again. So going for cross slash, even if I whiff, I wouldn't really get punished unless he stopped dash attacked right after. So one of the things that Slam kinda did was run up shield, but shield just enough so he can not be. I don't know if you can see the cursor. If he shielded right here, he would be outside the range of the cross slash. But this cross slash speeds run dash in without doing anything, and also that jump because it's kind of an anti-air. Okay, run pass. He thought I was gonna grab, get the cross slash again. I definitely like doing cross slash mix-ups into another cross slash. It's definitely something I like to do a lot because most people when they get hit by cross slash, because cross slash does like what? I think 18 to 22%. It's a lot of damage. What was that? That was 20. Yeah, so 20%, and then you do it again. That's 18. So misinputted up smash there. Just trying to go for up tilt, but he didn't punish. As you can see there, this time there was kind of a rock paper scissors here. Because I didn't do the cross slash early enough, he was able to get the dash attack, which is really good. But the up tilt Jab. What you want to do here, because I think what's messing up Slam the most is really his combo game against Cloud. Um, Maybe the most of the Clouds he faces is like he can just get away with like just regular mix-ups, but to beat Cloud you really have to clean up like your combo game as well as like how you mix up the opponent, where they're probably going to be shot at after that. Because most Clouds, even I just did it, will jump out of that up tilt scenario. So jabbing there would only work if the Cloud started air dodging. Also, he can he possibly could. He could have dash attacked out of shield. He could have turned around dash attacked out of shield after that. So Cloud, his down tilt I think is underrated. Um, Not a lot of Clouds know how to use it well. Some just spam it because they know it's really good, but it's not something you spam. It's really, there's multiple utilities for it. You can get yourself out of position. You can slide under certain attacks. Sometimes you can slide under Robin's Arc Thunder. Also, it's an anti-air, like, and also if you clip someone with it, they are literally forced to jump because they'll just get hit by up air if they don't, or they can just eat the up air and then jump. Um, One of the things that's really important when you're playing Smash is to understand that sometimes it's just better to take a couple more hits so you don't end up getting really damaged a lot. In the case of down tilt, if I did land it and then he got hit, he jumped and decided to try to air dodge, he can get hit by like 3 more up air strings because he jumped, he burned his double jump, and then all you can do is air dodge at the right time to not get punished. So something to look out for if you do in certain scenarios. See right there, he got hit by 2 up airs because he didn't really have the right combo set up. Also, the up air was kind of whack right there. He didn't get the clean hit. If he did, he wouldn't have got more. So what I'm doing here is, I know I have the percent lead. I'm applying a lot of pressure. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of like applying pressure, keeping the space here. But I know if he wants to go forward a little bit, I can just go back just a little bit again and then hit him. So he falls for it in that sense. Cross slash wasn't bad there. I kind of died. Well, actually, it was kind of bad. But usually, I know he was going to try to jump and then side B. I just barely missed it. So, that was good on his part. Good double jump. I actually don't know how he SD'd there. Yeah, it was just an unfortunate SD. Yeah, down air to back air was really good. He probably could have just killed me with down smash right there. Also, the reason why I'm making this play here, the double jump out of the jump auto cancel dare to cross slash, is most people after they die, they're trying to get the max value out of their invincibility. So what they do is they start chasing you, and if you're really good at outplaying them there, then you can just end up just hitting them anyway. So it's very important to recognize like how if the opponent's going to chase you, how they're going to chase you, that kind of stuff. So I end up getting the cross slash, mainly because movement and positioning. That was a good shield grab. Also bad spacing on my part. So right here, at this point, I know what I can get away with. Dare, that's a drop down dare spike. That works. Unfortunately, didn't get it. The forward air wasn't really a good option because he's not in position to get hit. As you can tell at this point, what's really screwing up Slam is when he's trying to swing, but the spacing is off for him to swing, or he's just picking the wrong option in general. Like if he faded back with that forward air, then it might have been slightly okay, or if he just kept DIing forward so that way he wouldn't just get shield grab. Also in this scenario, That's dash attack is super easy. So the thing you don't want to do is back air. If anything, you just want to jump. But you can see that he went for back air. Good side B. Oh, what's up, Aiden the Chipmunk? I don't know who you are, but I'm glad you're here. Hopefully, I will gain give you some insightful knowledge. Being bad at Smash is okay. Everyone's learning. I just play the game because I really like learning. So thank you for being here and for chilling. Unfortunately, I don't have a camera yet, so I'm just streaming with just my voice. So right here, that was a really good back air. Stalling with the side B might have messed him up. He just barely missed it. But also, you have to take into account that I knew to do it early. Because the only thing I could do was beat him before I come back or trade. Because I'm already in a really bad spot. So the only thing you can do here is like either hope that you just upbeat early and he misses. Or he knows. Like it's like a rock, paper, scissors right here. If you upbeat early and he thinks you're going to delay it, then he's just going to hit you with back air. Um, by doing it early, if he doesn't know that you're going to go for early, then you can just go for the up B. That's really good to do, especially let's say you're playing like Marth or your Lucina or just any character in general like that has a recovery. Up being early when people think you're going to air dodge instead is really good. Especially if they like, because most people think you're gonna air dodge, because that's like that's like the most common option people do when they're falling. So that was a good double jump on his part. He had the double jump there, otherwise he's just gonna eat more damage. So that was an example of a good one. So right here, the reason why I go for so that one he went for the up smash. He wasn't in position to up smash. I knew he was gonna probably try to do that, so I just threw out in there. You play Falcon and my boy Roy. Yeah, Roy is a pretty fun character. Yeah, he's actually a really fun character. I don't play him too much. I used to, but I know of quite a few people who like Roy because he has a really nice combo game. It feels great when you kill people with like any of his smash attacks, especially F smash. Same with Falcon. Like some of his setups, you just get them, and most people just like think it's hype. I mean, a lot of people really like Falcon a lot. I'd rather play Roy more than Falcon, so that's an interesting comment. But this neutral air is really good. If you know someone's gonna up smash, the only thing they could do is super dash pass, but he didn't have enough room to do that before I threw out the air. Only thing he could do is like block and then try to up smash, which one or block and then try to grab. For the second time though, he hits me, and I know immediately that he might try to block the nair. So instead of blocking the nair, I go for a crazy mix-up and cross slash, and he lets go shield. So he doesn't die though, so that's good DI. That right there, you know, the only way, yeah, the up B just wasn't good there. He shouldn't have went for side B, or let me see. One of his other options would be to double jump right here, and then he'll be somewhere around here, up B, downwards, or just side B. If he's really afraid of me killing him with side B, his other option is just go up here in this corner and then up B downwards. And then I probably wouldn't be able to hit him except either jump back air, jump nair, or a dash attack maybe before he grabs the ledge. But so at this point, I have an idea of how I want to play against Slam with the one game. It's not like I just sit there trying to plan like, okay, how do I want to face my opponent the entire set? But once you do a few things, once you see what you can do, what you can't do, you start to get a feel of the flow of how you want to play the rest of the set. Granted, things can change. People can change in a moment's notice. One game they play super aggressive, and the next game they can play super passive. So my idea here is, okay, I know I'm gonna the charging limit in the beginning is really throwing him off, even because I mean he feels like he has to deal with the limit. But once I get limit, I can just start fighting him again. Town and City kind of has the same distance as FD. I think FD is just a little bit bigger, but Town and City is like close to the distance, horizontal wise, um, as FD. One of the things you can do if you really just want to get limit, you can double jump to this platform here, and it's gonna rise up as you jump. But I decide I'm just gonna charge limit and then just take the damage. Alright, this time, because I dashed forward, he was able to clip me. So that was really good on his part. So right here, even though side B seems like a nice option, I'm not really at the percent to where he can get a lot off of the side B. And as well, you have to consider, when he does that side B, he doesn't have stage control anymore, and he can go for like a mix-up to hit you. But either way, that's like kind of dangerous. Um, it would have been really good if I decided to jump after getting hit. But as you can see, like I just have rarely like double jumped like so much out of his stun unless I know I can get away and then land. So people like Ponytoss, they normally double jump. It doesn't matter what they get hit by, they'll just start jumping. And because I guess Slam's used to people jumping after getting hit by a grounded attack, he went for the aerial, or maybe he was trying to go for the rising down air, which is also an option, but then you wouldn't get much unless it pops me up during the down air. This here, the down throw. Down throw here. Down throw forward air doesn't work. I don't even have enough rage, but since Fox is a fan follower, he doesn't work unless he blocks. So what I do is I wait to look for an option. It would have been nice if I didn't have limit in this aspect here, because I could go for cost-less mix-up and probably wouldn't get punished. But since I have limit, the only thing I can do is try to look for something else. I thought the regrab would work, but no, that like there's I didn't have enough timing. So he rolled. I probably shouldn't look for the roll. If I didn't have limit, I would have looked for roll there. So right here is if they go for a jump. Because if they go for a jump, then they get hit by dare, the soft dare, and if they just stand in place, then they'll get hit by the hard hitting dare. I've been starting to destroy people because of my crazy reactions. I have 2.3 times the average reaction speed. Well, having reaction time really, really helps. There's definitely some players who, like, I was watching this one video that was like the three types of fighting game players: heart, brains, and physical dexterity. And there's some players that just like the way they win is abusing how well they can react and how well they can input their commands. For example, like some people in Street Fighter could react to a Hadouken and then instantly like do a super to punish the Hadouken. And they have those types of things where it's like, wow, that's like incredible for you to be able to react that fast and to like input that technical command on site, like without delay. Um, there's a few people I know like that. Okay. Okay, so right there, that forward air is the cover jump. Down throw forward air, down throw F tilt works now because he's at higher percent. And the forward air was the jump. I was hoping that would spike, but they didn't, so I had to react with dare. That downer mix-up got him the safety. Luckily, He was able to cross up. I don't know what the dash attack was. It probably wouldn't have been a good idea to do cross up tilt or turn around grab. Especially if someone's gonna go for shield grab or cross up dash attack to the right, but maybe that's what he was trying to do. So really good F4 throw. Almost really good back air. I think he could have got it if he did it too early. He did it too early because two things would happen: either we trade, when my forward air trades with his back air and then I die, or he just hits me and he just outright beats me. If I click up air, then he couldn't beat me as well, or we wouldn't trade. But back air is ridiculously strong. That was. If he did turn around up tilt after that for the air dodge, then he wouldn't have got it. Just up airing right there, we wouldn't have got it. Even if he, because I think the commentators were talking about the up air here. Even if he after the side B, he wouldn't have had enough time to get the up air simply because I think he did the grounded side B. So simply because he did this grounded side B, and if he did the aerial side B, I think he wouldn't have got sent off stage. So because he did the grounded side B, he wasn't able to get the up air because I would air dodge in time, and plus I would be falling. So he wouldn't have enough time to even kill me with up air or let alone hit me with up air, I don't think. And if he did, I couldn't have traded with up air too. That was a cross up. Like, look at this. This down tilt sends them in such a ridiculous position. They get popped up really high. Cloud has enough time to do two things. Either he can charge limit, um, or try to chase them. Or he could charge limit for a little bit, then chase them. But generally, one of the things I see Clouds do a little too much is after they get hit like down tilt, they'll charge, and then they'll try to shark. But because they took that little small time to charge, they can't get the right positioning like they want to, and that really messes up with what they want to do. So that was a option coverage. If he up B right in front of here, then air recover, send him really far back, and if he doesn't, then I can just elf tilt him. So that's what happens. So his best option would probably been to get the just go for a ledge. I mean, at worst I could dare him, but dare requires really good timing. Or I could have like went from the back air, but back air is kind of risky to go for. If he just held out a little bit longer, he could have got it. But knowing the timings, like right here, the timings of town and city is really worthwhile. So I remember when I forget the timings now. I think it's like 30 seconds in, but 30 seconds in the platforms move away. But I don't even remember all the timings after that. Because what I used to play Desi a lot, and when I went to town and city, because his Corrin was like really strong at a certain point, I know I had to deal with the platforms for a while, for 30 seconds. So while dealing with the platforms for 30 seconds, I would like just kind of play him, but play a lot safer. And then when the 30 seconds left, actually, excuse me, reverse that. I would tell myself I had 30 seconds to play him for the most part. Then, if after those 30 seconds with the platform moves away, then I have to play him kind of like it's FD, so it becomes much harder. Because I think Corrin is really strong against Seek on in general, just because the way Corrin plays that horizontal gap, where I have to try to play against Corrin vertically. But anyway, I probably shouldn't go into much details into that. But anyway, yeah, knowing the town and city timings is important. He kind of got a kill right there. I actually did a reaction time roll. As soon as I saw the the animation of coming back, I know I have to roll. Because one or two things happen. If I roll at the wrong time, then I'm still gonna get hit by anyway. But at this position, I'm just gonna get hit by anyway. So I might as well just try to go for a roll. There's some times where it's just like you may not know the very, very nitty gritty details of how an option is supposed to go through, but in general, if you know either you just gotta do this or you die. Granted, there's some scenarios where you can't really think of that, like a 50-50 air dodge. Like some people think, oh, I couldn't do anything but air dodge, and it's like really you it wasn't air dodge or die, you couldn't have got hit. But scenarios like this where you already made a mistake, so you don't know the only way to either correct your mistake is to try to pick an option that may cover that option. And in this case, not getting him by the F smash was buffering roll, so that saved me out there. So here, there's the cross slash chains again. Dash away, dash away, cross slash it in. Because he thought he had enough time to punish. And I get this with people a lot. When they think they have enough time to punish, or it looks like they're in position to punish, one of the two, and then they go for it, and then they get hit. So, I have no idea why he tried to laser, but I just hit him again. Really good grab. So what's happening to Slam here is when he's trying to go for the I don't know if it's read or frame trap, he's expecting me to do the obvious cloud double jump at really high after they get hit. And it's like, as a cloud, if you know that most people do the option right here and start jumping to this corner to try to get out of the original scenario right here, then you do the exact opposite. You don't do that option at all because most people are looking for that. And because you know that, you just don't do that option, and then you can escape for free. Granted, there's a lot of things that's standard for Cloud that you, or for any character in general, that you want to do. For example, like, let me think. Sheik bouncing fishing to, like, I'll give a few examples. Sheik bouncing fishing to get out of a scenario, or Yoshi using his double jump to gain the super armor to get out of like a kill hit, or Bayonetta using her side beat. Like those are pretty good neutral options. Not neutral options, but options to escape after getting hit. But it's not something you'd use in the most obvious way, especially if you know a player is really good at capitalizing off of that. So I don't double jump here, so he doesn't end up hitting me, and I end up punishing him instead. That was a really good back air. Tried to jump a lot. He caught me slipping. So right here, this was a basic cloud mix-up. You go for forward air, you do the shield pressure, and then you know that right here, you probably will be able to notice it. You probably will be able to notice, but the shield pressure here, if you notice, right here, unless he shields down, he's going to get hit by down tilt afterwards, and there's enough shield pressure to where you can get away with the mix-up. Instead, he tries to jump, so I anti-air him, get the up air, almost killed him at the top, but that's fine. Okay, now he's starting to catch my dash away, dash in movement options a little bit more. Because one of the things, this is kind of like melee too. If you know someone's going to dash away, dash in, just wait for the dash in and then hit them. The dash away is like kind of like supposed to be a bait or to reposition yourself. But if you know someone's going to dash in, unless they fake the dash in or make you think they're going to dash in and they don't, you can get stuff like a Defox dash attack. And if I jumped either way, he's still gonna, if I like jumped in front of his face, he wouldn't have got me with the dash attack anyway. Okay, right here. A lot of foxes do that. That's why I was looking for it. A lot of foxes, what they'll do is they'll up tilt, right? And most people think one or two things. They'll try to shield grab that, and the only way you can shield grab that is if you're like literally right on top of them with the up tilt. And most foxes know that you will let go shield after the first up tilt, but this is like a standard fox thing, but it's not. It's kind of overused. The better you are, the more people like know how to deal with it. The best thing, or the optimal thing, I should say, is if the Fox player knows that he can't get away with double up tilt, he'll start doing things like turnaround dash attack or just grab you after the first up tilt, or yeah, just grab you at the first up tilt, or just reposition the stage control or apply shield pressure. The double up tilt is if someone lets go shield thinking they can punish, and in this case, he just does it twice, so I'm able to limit cross slash, which is just a free kill. So be wary of those Fox mix-ups. It's not a bad mix-up; it's standard mix-up, but I guess it kind of got old in a sense, or maybe it's just me that knows how to deal with that. I switched to Zero Suit because kind of want to try it out. I remember a couple months ago, Slam was beating my Zero Suit really hard with Mario, so I wanted to try Zero Suit. So I switched first, so I didn't. He switched to Mario. Um, Zero Suit's one of my really fun characters. I've been practicing her a lot because I really wanted to like get better with her because she is really like I've been playing a lot more characters that's less like neutral based and more if you make a mistake I'm gonna kill you. So it focuses a lot on my neutral game, and since I mean not neutral game, punish game, and since I have a pretty decent neutral game, at least in my most people would say so, it allows me to see how well I can translate my neutral to my punish. So I started playing Jutsu a lot more. I'm not sure why, but I guess Slam started to want to taunt more in this game. If you ever seen the video when Mario goes for down throw down air, he can, because that may be more consistent than up tilt at lower percents. You can SDI down and air dodge. I'm not sure when they can actually just regrab you, but Slam hasn't been doing that, so I just basically SDI'd it down and air dodge. I've been trying to get the air dodge read after that. I'll get the read, but what's really hard about this is you have to fall with them as you do the up B, otherwise you'll just completely miss it, which I did. It's really good combos by Slam. Also, really good jab. One of the things that's really important to know about this game is when you go for a mix-up like Nair on Shield, um, there's a few things you can do here with that Nair. Either you Nair right here on the closer to around this top end of the circle, so that way if they try to go for shield grab, you can punish them with a grab. Or if yeah, so that's a cross up. Or if you know you're really close to the shield in the first place, then you just hit jab and then they can't go for shield grab. As you can see, I go for shield grab, but you just can't do that. Especially how slow hard grab is. And that's really good to do if you know someone's going to go for a shield grab or if you know you want to cross someone up, because the only way I could beat that is by doing up tilt out of shield once he went for that nair. Or just held shield. That was obvious for Fireball. He didn't use his jump at a good spot. What he should have did, or most likely did, or thought about doing, is just drop down an up B, look for whether or not I'm going to go for the trump or the read. Because Zero Suit's pressuring at ledge options is actually really strong. If you do regular get up when she stands up, does down smash, then you can die. If you roll, then she can read that with a B. She can run, turn around, back air, and she can ledge trump. And her ledge trump tether is like actually really fast. And then after ledge trump tether, even if you go void that, she has some different setups. She has the reverse flip kick off ledge, or the jump and wait for air dodge back air. Like she has a lot of options for ledge coverage. But right here, he tried to jump for fireball and jump fireball. It wasn't the worst decision possible that you can make, but if someone knows how like exactly that option that's positioning, the only thing that you can hope for is if the fireball hits them as they try to jump, which can happen. It happens a lot to most people. And then, but in this case, forward air just straight up hits them. So Wars. Tried to go for the up tilt right there, but he did really good coverage. Like you saw, he went for the fireball this time. I wasn't in position to punish fireball at all. Also, he's at 0%, so nothing I can hit him with except for like maybe up smash would do a lot of justice there. So remember when I was talking about the cross up earlier? He did the cross up, but Zero Suit's up tilt I think comes out either frame 2 or 3. It's really freaking fast and it covers the cross up really hard. So he's trying to catch jump. Oh yeah, nice spot dodge. Yeah, like Zero Suits like to look for grabs after something like that, and he just like it's like you have to respect Mario's up smash. He can act out of it really quickly, so that was a mistake on my end. Mario does pretty good job of comboing Zero Suit. That was not a good up smash. So right here, this is one of my like short-term conditionings. It's like Nair, he doesn't run into it. Nair again, he doesn't run into it. And then it's like, okay, maybe he wants to back away because he doesn't want to hit me. Or doesn't want to go in again because he thinks he's going to get hit by Nair, so he's there. Unfortunately, I don't know all the Zero Suit percent stuff. That mix-up right there is mainly because usually when you're right in this position, people will roll behind you. So you can roll with them, but he did back air. So one of the things you do is most people, when you, how do I say this? When they hit your shield and they know they can't get it, and they know they can probably get hit by a big attack from like Zero Suit, what they do is block. So you run past them and do a grab, because most people, it's like when you run past them, they think you're going to try to attack. They wouldn't think you're going to try to do a pivot grab. Pivot grab is like an underused like option just in general. Pivot grabs can cover landings, especially if you have a really far grab reach. Um, Marth players do this a lot from melee. Let's see. Maybe Diddy Kong players do this a lot. The pivot grab. The pivot grab is really strong. Especially if you know someone's gonna hold shield and you know that they're ready for the tomahawk grab. Instead of doing a tomahawk grab, run pivot grab also works. And he dies. So hopefully everything was caught up. I know the music stopped a while ago, so I shouldn't have put down my music again, but that's it for that one.